Hey friends, I am here today to talk about Mooncat's new Goddess Complex collection. And I bought all of these. This is the first time I've purchased an entire collection potentially ever. There's usually kind of one or two that doesn't really tickle your fancy, but Mooncat's a really cool brand if you've not heard of them. I'll link everything in the description, but they're a really, really, really cool brand. Immigrant owned, women owned, all that, fun stuff. And they make really, really unique polishes, and they're really fun. They also make some really amazing magnetics as well. They were actually my first foray into magnetic nail polish. And they always have really neat themes, and they're just a really cool brand. I don't really have much else to say, but this is the first time I've actually purchased an entire collection. Usually I only buy like one or two, but they came out with a whole line of shimmers, and they called it the Goddess Complex collection, which one, I need it. Any kind of, mythological anything, Greek myths, Roman myths, all of that. I'm looking at them right now. So that's where my eyes are going, but really right up my alley. So pretty much this was made for me, and they're all shimmers, which is one of my favorite finishes to wear because it's great. I kind of love all kinds of finishes, but shimmers are just right up there. So these are all really beautiful and glowy, and I was really, really impressed with them. Obviously, I bought the whole collection, which is something I don't typically do, but I wanted to show them off. I did swatch all of them. I will be sharing swatches and kind of talking about the formula a little bit and all of that good stuff. I'll probably just kind of chit chat overall, but I just really wanted to share these. They're really beautiful. I know they're pretty popular as well, so hopefully this video helps you out with making some decisions if you are unsure on if you want a color or not. I have full swatches, and then there's also video of the polish in natural lighting because we know how swatches go. It's sometimes hard to accurately capture them, and that's kind of what I do. So I try my best to show how the polish is going to look on your nails in real life, and not fancy macro shot, or to really highlight some of the other stuff. But I'm going to show these to you real quick, and then we're going to get to the swatches. And through the swatches, I'll kind of do a little bit more talking about the formula and and what each polish kind of looks like. But let me know how you feel about reviews overall. I not only do I swatch nail polish, I just do love polish in general, so I have a lot. So I really should be sharing more, and I'm going to share these with you. So the first one, there are 6 polishes total, and they are going to be, they're not limited edition, so they should just be permanent members of the Mooncat family, so through their website. But this is Aphrodisiac, and it's like a really light pink polish, and it has a really subtle blue shimmer. You can really see it here, and you'll see it in the swatches as well. But this is Aphrodisiac, and there's also like there's a little bit of hollow in there as well, which makes this not just like a shimmer, but there's just a little extra pop, which is something that Mooncat really does well. And then this is Earth to Gaia, which is one of the super popular ones, and it's a beauty. And this is it says it's a jade green, which I guess it is. It's really kind of turquoisey, but and it has a really strong pink shimmer as well. Mooncat's bottles are really cool if you haven't seen them, and their brushes are really nice as well. You'll see you'll see when I swatch that they're not like too wide, but they're not too thin. So they make application super easy. And this, this is Demeter's Harvest. And this is, last year, Mooncat created a corn polish, and it was really, really popular. And I think only a few people, I don't think you could buy it. I think you had to like win it. But this is kind of the permanent edition for that. And this is like this really cool yellow gold polish. You can see that it has a green shimmer, but there's also red as well. You can kind of see it picking up there. But this is Demeter's Harvest, which I love. And then this is Curse of Calypso. So this is a true shimmer. This is a true shimmer. They are all shimmery, but some are glowier than others. So you'll see, if you're used to, especially like a lot of indie polishes, you'll see you've got a lot of shimmer action. There's gold, there's green, there's blue, and it's kind of like a purple base. This is probably the most, if you're familiar with indie shimmers, this one is probably the closest to that. Whereas, for example, this has more of a glow. So you'll see they're kind of shimmery. This is more glowy than this, which is like a true shifty shimmer. And you'll see, same here, like the pink shimmer, and this is more glowy than shifty shimmery. So you'll see that this one also applies a little differently than the others, because they just have a little more like glitter in them as well, and the formulas are a little different. This is Artemis Deathkiss. Like I said, I bought them all because how could I not? You know, if you're gonna get only 4, just get 6. They're all kind of my colors as well. I really love a good neutral. This one's a cool one. Artemis Deathkiss is like a gray. It's a really light gray with a purple shimmer, so it makes it lavendery. And like the others, this also has hollow in it as well. And then last but not least, this one is, sorry for the weird frame, phone did things. So this is Ghosts of Hecate. There's a few ways to pronounce the name. I'm just, Hecate. So this one was kind of the surprise. It wasn't really a surprise. I like white shimmers, but this polish is really hard to film, and it looks incredibly blue in the video, and it is not that blue. It is super, it's like a white polish with pink shimmer. It's something. It's my favorite. So you can kind of see it if I pull it back. Now it looks blue. You'll see in the video, because like I said, I do have natural light video. It has like a scattering of hollow, and it has a blue like glow on it as well. And yeah, you can see that kind of at certain angles, you can see the pink. It's incredibly glowy. It's gorgeous. I love it. So those are all 6 of them, and I can't wait to show you swatches. So I'm going to show you some swatches, and then I'll chit chat a little bit afterwards. So this is Aphrodisiac, and it's a pretty sheer pink polish, and it has a purpley shimmer, purple blue. I mean, you can see the purple, and there's also micro hollow glitter in there as well. I do not have a blurring base coat on. I just kind of have a regular base on. I do have very visible nail line. Promise I clean, under my nails, y'all, but I have a very visible nail line in general. So you can see I probably should have loaded my brush up just a little more, but this is coat 1, and it applies nicely. And this is coat 2. I definitely should have loaded my brush up, I think, a little more to work with the formula, because it can be a little patchy. but it evens out really nicely. You see that I kind of have to, kind of went a little heavier and evened it out over my nail bed. And yeah, I definitely probably needed to do a little bit of a heavier coat, but I didn't want to super flood my cuticle again. I think this would be fully opaque probably in 3 coats. I don't mind visible nail line. And like I said, as you can see, this evens out really well if you know, depending on how much you put on there. So this polish is also not exactly a sibling to Pink Piglet, which was one of Live Love Polish's original, like, super popular pink polishes, but it is like a 3.0 version. So you can see in natural light, this is 2 coats over my natural nails. It just evens out a lot more over the nail bed, and it doesn't look as patchy as it might have looked during my swatch. But it's beautiful. This is Demeter's Harvest, which is definitely one of my favorites from the Goddess Complex collection. You can see that the formula is a little smoother than Aphrodisiac. The formula is different too. This doesn't kind of have this doesn't have like those micro hollow glitters and stuff in there, so I think that that's why the formula is a little different. This is kind of more of a traditional shimmer, albeit a little thick, but it goes on pretty nicely. I didn't put enough polish on my brush when I did this, so it needed a little bit more love. But this is also, I just did 2 coats. You will have like a little bit of visible nail line, but I found it to be pretty opaque as well. But Demeter's Harvest is like a beautiful like yellow gold polish, and it has yellow to red to green shimmer as well. You can really see with my lighting here a lot of the green shimmer. But the formula on this one is really nice. It's not too thick, and it goes on really, really nicely, and it is ridiculously glowy. I'm a huge fan of yellow polish in general, so you can really see that gold and yellow with the shimmer as well. You can see how it'll go to green, and you can see red at my cuticles as well. Artemis's Deathkiss is definitely one of my favorites from this collection. The formula on this one is a little funky. I found it to be a little thick. All of the formulas on these are kind of thick except for Curse of Calypso, but this went on really nicely. You see that I do kind of do heavier coats as well, because I find it easier to apply more and then even it out over the nail than apply too little and then it'll get funky and patchy. So you'll see my coats are kind of thick. You can really see them hollow on that one. So it's a grayish purple, and it has a purple shimmer as well, and it also, the micro holographic glitter, kind of like Aphrodisiac, and I think Earth to Gaia has the same. But yes, I definitely do a bit thicker of a coat. This polish is a bit thick. I didn't allow for dry time, so that one got a little funky. I needed to even it out a bit more, but it evens out really nicely over the nail. I really love Mooncat's brushes too, because they're not too thick, so it's pretty easy to stay away from the cuticle while also getting great coverage. So this is 2 coats, non-blurring base over my nails in natural light. You can see the shift or the shimmer really nicely there. This is Curse of Calypso, and it is one of the super, super, super popular ones, and it's really shifty. I would say the formula on this polish is very similar to what you would get from a lot of indie brands. This one is definitely it's not as thick as the other polishes. The formula is beautiful on it, and it's supposed to be like a sheer lilac pink, and it's filled with just a ridiculous amount of like gold to green shimmer. So it's just so beautiful and shifty, and I loved it. So I stuck with 2 coats for this. You could probably do 3 for more opaqueness. Once again, I don't mind visible nail line. So as you can see the formula it's really nice. It goes on really well and evenly. I don't mind visible nail line. I don't mind the glowiness. I find that sometimes if you wear like a blurring base coat, it kind of can take away from it. So you can see a lot of the gold here in this lighting, but here you can see in natural light. Once again, 2 coats over my natural nails, no blurring base. You can really see the green shift as well. This polish is a bunch of different colors. It's stunning. Definitely a winner. This is Earth to Gaia, and it is the same formula as like Artemis's Deathkiss and Aphrodisiac. I think Ghosts of Hecate is also this formula, and I went a little too thick with this one. As you can see, I had to even it out, but it goes on really nicely. The first coat, this is also a thicker formula, so it can be a little bit hard to work with, but I do lay down a thicker first coat, and then on the second coat I just kind of even it all out and kind of float the brush over. I also fully forgot to film my second coat, so this is 2 coats over my natural nails and no base, and this is the 2 coats over, you know, in natural lighting, you know, as well. And you can really see the nice pink shimmer, and it's supposed to be a jade green polish. It definitely has some blue to it as well. So this is Ghosts of Hecate. If you saw my Instagram stories, I broke my first bottle of this. I've never broken a bottle of nail polish before, and I broke this one. And I ordered another one because this is my favorite of the entire set. My lighting for YouTube made this look really, really blue. And it does have a blue to purple shimmer, but it's not actually as blue as it looks. This formula, I don't know if it was the bottle that I got, was pretty thick. The other one that I had was thick as well, but I don't think it was this thick. So this one was a little hard to work with. I probably could have done with a little more drying time between coats as well. But you can kind of see how thick it is, but it's a sheer white polish, and it has a bunch of color shifting like shimmers in there as well as micro holographic glitter. And it's, I mean, yeah, hands down, it's my favorite. You can see I should have probably allowed for a little more dry time, but you can really kind of see how thick this specific one was. It evened out really, really nicely, but I did find this one to be a little thick. But it's fully packed with micro hollow glitter, which I really like because I find that with most shimmer polishes, you don't really get micro hollow in there, and I love holographic nails. But you will see as we're going to get to the natural light that it is not this crazy blue glow. Here you go. And it is, you see the pink, you can see the purple, you can see white. This is, once again, 2 coats over my natural nails. I do not have a blurring base coat on, and it has that super strong shift. This was just hands down my favorite polish. I love white polish. So that was everything. And formula stuff aside, I will still absolutely grab every one of these to wear regularly. So the formula can kind of be, I mean, some of these are a little thick, and I don't know if that's because they were also out in the cold weather before they got delivered. It's been pretty cold here. I know that that can kind of affect polish. I typically wait for my stuff to warm up to room temp before opening them. So a little thick, but I feel like they, as you saw, I mean, they level out really, really well in about 2 coats. And then, you know, Curse of Calypso is sheer, but that's a shimmer. I did 2 coats for all of my video. I did 2 coats for all of my pictures that I took on my Instagram. And you could do 3 if you don't want to show your nail line, but that's up to you. So let me know what you think. Let me know if this helped. Yeah, I really enjoyed sharing this. Let me know if there's any other brands or colors or collections that you would like me to review and swatch and post pictures of course. I have pictures up of all of these on my Instagram at Polished Bookworm. So you can give me a follow there. That's where I'm most active. I will be more active here on YouTube, especially if I have more things to review and more swatches to do. But come follow me on Instagram at Polished Bookworm. Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. Let me know if you're going to pick any up. Let me know what you think. And let me know if you have any questions as well. And I'm more than happy to answer them. I hope you have a great day. Bye.